beautiful Sunday in Southern California where I live, trying to get this situated. Welcome to my channel. It's the Wild West. I am Tracy, and I'm super excited because I found my favorite shirt that's been missing for a very long time. Can you see that? I don't know if you could see it. It says "Powerful to the Peaceful." I love this shirt. It was made by an artist I know back in Maine, and her name is Meredith, and she does hand stamping and carving, and she made this, and I love it, love it, love it. And it was missing for a very long time, and Motorcycle Man said, "Where did you find it?" And I said, "In my bottom drawer." I guess I just didn't look there, but I was so happy to find it today because I love to wear it like more than I should, like a lot. I like to wear it a lot. So I found my shirt. I'm gonna sit in here. I started my morning looking at beautiful things outside. I sat in the sun with my eyes closed as I ate my toast with avocado on it, and I listened to the sounds, and I felt the sun, and then I opened my eyes and I saw a monarch butterfly, and I was like, this is just a beautiful day, and this is what life is about. But I wanted to share a little story on here. In the beginning of this video, I put a few things together that I saw this morning in my garden that really touched me as just a human being. They're just so beautiful. There's so much beauty in my own yard. I was in the kitchen, and man cub Dylan was making his breakfast thing, eggs and stuff, and he was looking at some kind of creamer and trying to calculate the sugar in it, and he was doing multiplication, and I said, wow, it's so crazy. I never learned my multiplication tables. And that is kind of embarrassing to say, but it's true. When I was in school, I struggled greatly with academics, and I never learned them and kept them in me. Like, I might learn them for the test and then just be done with it. They'll disappear out of my mind. And then we had 3 children, we have 3 children. They're adults now, so maybe that's how I said that. They're adults now, but when they were kids, they had to learn their multiplication tables, and I was teaching it to them. And every time I would teach them their multiplication tables, I would also try to relearn them, and then again, learn them for the moment, and then bling, forget them. And so I said to Dylan, gosh, I'm sorry that I gave you this gene, because a few of our kids, I've mentioned it before, struggled through school, and I didn't get extra help in school because they just didn't even know about that stuff then. But our kids all had extra help. It's called RSP, except for one. One was not an RSP, but he also struggled because he had ADHD. And anyway, the things you give to your children. But my story here is this. I would go to parent conferences with the teacher parent conferences, and often this would be true. I would sit with the teacher and I would cry, and that sounds so crazy, right? I would cry because I knew my kids were struggling so much just to make it through school, and maybe it would put me back in that place where I struggled through school so much. And I would sit there and cry, and I'm very emotional, so that would just come out. And I remember this one very special teacher. I loved her so much, and she really was good at her job. She was Austin's 4th grade teacher, Mrs. Feldpouch, and she actually recruited him to be in Glee Club so that he could sing, because she knew that would just be something that would be good for him, and it really was. He really enjoyed Glee Club and singing. And I remember one time sitting with her, crying and saying, I don't know why it's so hard for my kids to get good grades. And we struggle. We do hours and hours of homework. I spend time with them. My heart goes out to them, and they're good little humans. And I remember her putting her arm around me and saying, because we were walking out from her classroom, and she gave me like a side hug thing, and she said, Tracy, you are raising kind humans. They are good humans, and that is far more important in this world than being smart. And there's this saying, right? There's this saying that says, if you can be anything at all in this world, be kind. And it is so true. So I've always held that close to my heart. That's a wise teacher. You know, she put him in glee because he could sing and be free and be himself. And she saw that in him. And she wasn't focused on the academics, although she was a teacher. She realized that there's more to life than multiplication tables. I struggled with that, and I see that there are people that naturally, it's like a gift. They are just naturally smart, but they don't realize that you are not the same, and that they think that you have the same abilities if you just applied yourself. And I don't think that's true. And I'm only sharing this story because I know there's others like me out there that really, truly struggle with learning. But it doesn't mean I'm not smart. I'm smart in other ways. I have lots of other ways that I'm smart in. And I love to write letters. I'm a wonderful writer. I can really write stories. I used to have a blog. I have a gift of writing. That is special for me. And today, now that's it. I'm done. I'm going to spend time here writing letters, in fact. And I get inspired by magazines that I buy. This is one, Daphne's Diary. I save my magazines. This is Flow. I love Flow. They don't ship to the US anymore. I'm so sad. But it's a Dutch publication that I really, really love. And then there's Breathe. And there's so much good stuff in here. Like, you could just look through here and get totally inspired just by looking at a magazine, you know? Anyway, this one looks like it's about a lot about Prince, and not Prince the musician, but Prince, you know. Anyway, good stuff, just good stuff. So I hope you're having a great Sunday, and that was my story for today. So until next time, peace, love, and keep going.